It's Monday, which means it's time to crown this week's problematic horse. And I think you all know who it's going to be. For those that don't know, every week we look at the past 7 days and see who was the most problematic out of my horses, minis, and foals. As for the horses, I'm so pleased to say there wasn't a plethora of problematic girlies this week. It was pretty much just one. And she's been making up for it by being gorgeous and beautiful and sweet and handling her stall rest like a champ. So this week's problematic horse is Wheezy. You may ask why. And honestly, I wouldn't even count this as being the most problematic thing she could do because it wasn't her fault. It wasn't something stupid. It's just something that happens sometimes. So she did have a hole found in her front left suspensory last week. So that meant no going to the horse show, being on stall rest for a couple of months. We're lasering it, we're PEMFing it, doing all the things we know how to do for rehab. She's getting weekly shock waves, all that good stuff. Now, this is problematic because I brought you home to have you being ridden by Miss Stephanie. We were going to be preparing you for the versatility challenge at the World Show. That's going to be a stretch, not going to lie. We're still going to hope. We're going to hope and pray and see how you do coming back from this injury. Because fortunately for us, we found out about this injury before she even showed like real lameness. We just happened to notice that her suspensory area looked thicker, a little puffy, and we were already doing some vet stuff that day. And so before we went to the horse show, we were like, well, let's just have Dr. Matthew look at it, ultrasound it. And that's where we found that she had a very small hole. And of course, we want to fix her. We don't want to push her. We want her to be here for the long haul, and I would love to see her be a show horse for years to come. And so we're just going ahead and doing our due diligence and helping her get back to 100%. And if she is back to 100% in time to go to these fall and winter horse shows, then so be it. And if not, then we're just going to hit 2027 full force. Look at that droopy lip, though. She is under the help of a little bit of help, a little trazodone in the dinner, if you know what I mean. So her being a good stall girl, that's not all 100% natural. But we don't want you kicking the wall and getting upset for being stall bound and hurting yourself even worse, now do we? Now, by her missing the horse show, it did, cause us to say, hey, we have a stall open. And so we took Walter to the show. It was all great. Luckily, we do have this amazing stall that has this little dry lot off of it. And so she's been going outside for a couple of hours a day for limited turnout on that sand. And then once the inflammation is down, hopefully in about a week, we're going to do a round of Renovo, which is kind of like stem cells. And, we're just going to hit it from all angles and hopefully she comes back 100%. Honestly, we don't see a reason for her not to come back 100%. But it's still problematic because it still disrupts the plan, doesn't it? Look at this loose lip. She has that no trazodone either. Like she has that loose lip genetically. That's from both her mama and her daddy. For me, everybody else was just so unproblematic that Miss Wheezy, unfortunately, got stuck with it. Maybe this will be our only time. Maybe. Stay tuned for next week's.